April 27, 2024, Durango Dank here. Shara. See, there's different ways of pronouncing people's names. And when I talk to other people, they pronounce it different ways. So what you have to do is pronounce it in the way that other people pronounce it. So to me, it's Shara, senderoff. So when you look at the way pattern matching is and how timing is everything, and if you look in there, I even say timing is everything. I've been saying that my whole entire life, and I bet half of the world population says it. And so now what happens is when people say it, who said it more than other people because of their authority and their meta tags, and that's what we do. We pattern match people's meta tags, their experiences, and then we can take their voice and pattern match whatever they say they are. Like with this chick, she says she's a public figure. In my metaverse, like this is my metaverse. My realm is YouTube. My realm is Google. I don't have to go anywhere else. I don't need to use anybody else. My content is inverted pyramid. You see everything. You don't even need to click on it because most people don't click on stuff. And the ones that do, well, AI knows what their intentions are. So, she is a well respected technology entrepreneur over here. So when they say this, that she's a chief strategy officer for foreign, foresight, both technically and creativity, she's very limited. And being that she's over 40 or gonna be 40, she looks 40. She don't look like this. She looks like this. She looks like a 40-year-old. So, but when you look at her record, everything's old, hashed out content. And then when she calls her people to say, "Hey, I need you to update my information," whatever they say, it's already too late because she's already been indexed. So when she's grateful for like minds and hearts that rival the greatest what in the world, then it comes the greatest in the Colorado politics for Denver Right News. We've been doing this for 18 years. In 2006, we started gp7a.com as the most powerful tag. Anything that starts with a G, anything that starts with a P, and anything that starts with an A. We have the lucky numeric number 7, which means we own the 2 9, the 8 9, and we own the 6 5 4 3 2 1. Because there's no such thing as really 10. And 11 and 12 is just a repeat of the first bunch. So you have to establish the 1 through 9, which we call the 1369 algorithm. The actual mathematical algorithm, the mathematical equation is 369. But in our world, you can't just jump to 3. You have to have a starting point somewhere. So we add in the number 1, which is A. A is the first number 1. And then you look at number G, or you look at letter G, it's number 7. Sorry. Number P, 16. Add that as 7. You see how that works, folks? It's amazing. But you can't just go and say things that, like their whole thing's fluff world and some rabbit that shakes his head with a pipe. Oh, fuck. That's just amazing. Fuck. Who did that? Wow. My God. That's just so tantalizing. God, I wish I could have made a rabbit like that. So when you think about the throw before the toss, we've been developing content since really 95, but officially in 2006 when we got GP7A. And then the open metaverse started in 2006, and all the things that all those great minds that these people are talking about, you know what I mean? Like, let's see, like the most creative people in the business. Oh, when was that? under 30. She's like 38, 40 years old right now. You don't know how old she is, but she's not 30 anymore. So what happens is those great minds that rival these minds, which is my mind, and the 18 years, almost 18 years, that we've been doing this. And what happened is in 2007 and 2008, we had the biggest financial crisis. And so a lot of people that were building the immersive and the VR glasses and all them other things in between, a lot of people lost a lot of things. We did, but then we regrouped and we decided to go after the labels, create titles, phrases, and just day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year since 2006. So when Shara comes out and she says, "Oh, I'm the best. I'm this and I'm the crossroads and we're AI and we're for the open metaverse," and they're saying things that we said and other people said, then what happens is if those people are still got their websites, because you can talk about it, what you used to have, but if you don't have any proof of it, or you don't have any, um, verified locations or verified content, or you don't have a recognized pattern to way you write that would lead artificial intelligence to believe that you know what you're talking about. And so when she talks about the things she talks about, she can't beat somebody that's 23, 25 years older than she is. Can't do it. So her and all her people that are all that you have to when like Rolling Stone Culture Council, see what they did? She's the co-founder of Futureverse. What is Futureverse? Futureverse. Verse. Verse is poems, script, any type of content that is now typed and spoken. And so then you have to add in the new identifiers, which are MP3, MP4 files, any type of illustration, docs, anything, images. So now it's all pattern matched so that when she says that she's the best chief strategy officer in the world or whatever she says, what happens is now, you know, those people that can actually do what she says even better start invading her circles. And that's what you see right there. It's a slow moving process, folks, but it has to get done. And then we use this to identify X. I don't have 14,000 followers. I probably have one follower because my content isn't meant to be followed. It's meant so that people that are in the industry who are searching certain things see this, and it puts up red flags to where they're like, "Hey, Shara, who the is this Durango Dank dude? Because he's kind of calling you out." And what's she gonna do? Send her little rabbit out and to do the talking? That is so goofballish, man. I don't get it. I never was into video games, even though my children are now they're Gen Zs. I don't even know if she has any kids. So all these people that are talking about things, you better have some authority in where you are in whatever it is you're speaking. Because you might have your authority, but what AI and the rest of the world wants to know, where did you learn it? Where did you learn about the metaverse? Where did you learn about the future verse? And who are all the node connections and the voices that are all connected to those identifiers? And when you see GP7A right here, I haven't even, see, are you the hoof? In a storyline, you got to figure out where you're at. Are you the hoof? Are you the snow? Are you the foliage? They're the hoof. They're the hoof right now. And when you're the hoof, you're dead in the snow, man. And that's just based off content and where we are in the metaverse and the hoof identifiers. You have to hoof it, man. See how it says hoof? See what that is? See, that's there so that when the people on the other side look at that and they go, that guy can't even spell. All these things. When you make fun of somebody, when you bully them about, oh, they can't spell. Hey, I don't even have a high school diploma. Is that what you want to hear? And I'm still kicking your ass, shara. And this is nothing. The more you guys talk, the more you go to Atlanta and open up the Futureverse. We're going to show you what it's going to look like 20 and 30 years from now. They did that back in the 60s, man, and it didn't work. Remember It's a Small World and all the Disneyland stuff? So what these masters are doing, and we're all masters in our own metaverse, because our metaverse is what we create for our own selves as far as our merits and ability to where we've been and what we can do. And so when people who might think they can do certain things start talking about it, and all of a sudden they get inundated by all these other people, see, what happens is Shara, when she only looks for her stuff. Because when you're just only putting pictures up of you, that's narcissism. Because you have to put up, see, like this, there's no picture of me. Yeah, this picture's going viral. But they don't know this because they don't know everything. But they are not like We Are the Untold, that's their PR company. They're all going backwards. They had a chance. Because whenever anybody has a call to action to join them or send them your, contact information, you can't say that, because when people do, then AI tries to figure out, well, it doesn't have to try to figure out, it already figures it out, but it figures it out better, if you will. And it puts out layers and layers and layers of different information and different scenarios in regards to people that are talking, people that are claiming to be things that they're not. See, we haven't even done his yet. There's quite a few of the partners we haven't done. Once we do that, all of our blockchains migrate to each other, because that's how we've been building it for what? The last 18 years. So good for them on their journeys, but they have to remember that other people started that journey a long time ago, and just because they're forgotten or because they don't have any money, evidently somebody was smart enough to stay in the game to be able to have the authority to do what I'm doing. And this isn't trying to beat up anybody or nothing. This is just the rules to me of how to play on Google, and how to use Google's cloud, and how to use YouTube, how to be able to use all things Google, because that's all I do. I can't talk about anything else. All I know is that I can't take my favorite cut of meat to Del Frisco's and ask them to cook it for me. And that's what a lot of these people are doing. They're taking their product. They're taking their third-party apps and asking Google to cook it for them. So Google says, well, I won't cook it for you, but we'll go ahead and let you post it. But to let you know this, which we can't really tell you this because you have to learn Google. You have to do and listen to the videos and go to cloud seminars. Have you ever been to a cloud seminar of Google? It's amazing. It is one of the, to me, there is no other experience. There's no, you could go to all these fluff events and listen to all these people talk fluff. But when Google does it, you can't get any higher. No. And so my question to artificial intelligence, which Gen AI will answer it when it's time, is how did Aaron McDonald and how did Shara send her off to the dark web? That's in my song. We did a song called Futureverse on the 23rd in Atlanta. See, we fly to the locations that we work out of so that we can have absolute authority of what we're talking about. So you can talk about Georgia sitting in your home in California, but if you're not spending money to create commerce, to create something so that we're creating money, that's how it works, folks. So when you buy, like it knows, when you buy your ticket to your plane, you got time stamped When you do these things, you get time stamped, you get indexed. And then when you start talking, yeah, I'm gonna go. I went to Georgia, blah blah blah. But you didn't go to Georgia. You took pictures off of other people's websites because you were able to buy the images, and and then what happens, folks, is that those that are actually doing the things will start overriding because we work harder to tell our stories. The harder you work, the more authority you get in the organic realm of things. My content is used to as a foundation so that those that put Google ads and sponsors up, they use my keywords to put them on top of the ads on the top and the bottom, which to me, I'm helping what? Commerce. I'm helping them create commerce. And if you don't have like for us, we hope to put all of our 100+ platforms under Google Cloud, separate. Every single one of them has to have a separate Google Cloud account. Every single one of them have to have a separate YouTube Premium account. Now that's when you're talking 100+ domains, that can be quite expensive. So, but what happens is when you start buying them and you talk about it, you're letting AI already knows that you're going to do this, and it fits along the requirements in order to have a functional platform that you can actually contact Google and YouTube. If you're free and you're expecting Google to give you stuff free and free and free and you pay for nothing, and then you come out and start bagging on YouTube and bagging on Google and that they're these big monsters, when in fact you just didn't take the time to learn it like I have. It took me 18 years to get here. I didn't just pop up like she did. Who? These folks, the hoofs.